Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Super Luigi Galaxy. In the last episode, we did a shit ton of stars in a single episode. This episode, we're not doing something quite as mad. We're doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which is... I mean, normally we've been doing like 4 or 5, but obviously a lot of these are comet missions, which tend to be much shorter. And secret missions also tend to be shorter, so we are just getting through more of an episode. But I'm allowing this one to be a fair bit more time, because we're doing, amongst some things, we're going to be doing some evil missions. So, as you saw there was a glowing stalactite, which had a launch star hidden inside it, and this begins Matter Splatter Mansion, the secret mission of the Ghostly Galaxy. So this uses everyone's favourite mechanic, the Matter Splatter one. Actually, it's really not that bad. And this is all just about, as ever, staying within the bubbles, and the other gimmick here is keys opening doors. So you'll have a series of keys and you'll have a series of doors and you see how it goes. Oh, that's not what I expected that to do at all. Crafty. So I think with this one, just because there's not much really to talk about, even though I don't like particularly going off camera right at the beginning of the episode, I'm going to put the speeder on. And there we go, I actually got the star just as the door was opening there. Yeah, it's weird to put the speeder on, I think for new content I was fine for something I've not necessarily shown before. But that one is just the unfortunate combination of the boring and easy, so I thought it'd be better to go through it. And it gives me a bit more time for other stuff in the episode. So, 99 stars, which means we only have 22 left to get, which is cool. Kitchen completed as well with that one, which is particularly cool. So that's 3 domes out of 6 now polished off, which is very cool. So, I'm doing it, fuck it. Let's head up to the garden and do purple coins on the Dreadnought. This is an evil level. So, this is basically a harder version of the Battle Rocks purple coins, in that you are on a moving platform. It's the Dreadnought's Colossal Cannons mission, and you've got to gather purple coins along the way. It's longer, it's harder, and it's just generally all about evil. Definitely one of the hardest levels in the game, largely agreed. Reset time on it is also terrible. Remember, that's a nice little trick, which I completely failed to use there, is you can shoot the old cannonballs to stop them. Generally stay as far to the right of the lift thing as you can, and it makes things a lot easier, because then it gives you more wiggle room for in case you happen to get hit or something like that. There's one part of this where there's a real little tricksy bit. Let's grab all of those, that will fuck you if you're not prepared for it. I should have... Wonderful. Need to have 35 coins at this part, and I have done, because much like the Battle Rock one, if you get to the end and you haven't got them all, tough shit. So here, I'll just grab those. Now here's the nasty part. Wait here and crouch. Hop up onto the thwomp, and there are 3 coins on top of the thwomp, which you have to backtrack for. If you don't get those, you haven't got enough, and it's awful. And that's a really easy one to miss. And it took me actually quite a long time. These ones can be a bit tricksy as well. It took me quite a long time to actually necessarily realise that that's where they were. It's not obvious in any way. Right, how are we doing for... So I need to have... After this vertical section, I need to be on 69 coins apparently. Ooh! And I'm on 69 coins. Wonderful. You can actually rest here if you want to. As soon as you stand on this one, though, it starts. Right. We're actually past the worst of it. I don't want to jinx it, but we're doing bloody well. It's important just remember... No, shitbags. Oh, crap. Actually, I'm alright here. The important thing is to remember to kind of stay central. If you start moving too much to the left or the right of the... kind of the midline of the moving lift thing, then it can be hard to get the coins, so just stay central and wait for things to come to you, really, rather than trying to grab them too much. I think I've dang diggity done it. I have done first fucking try. Oh, by the way, yes, this level is evil. Because as you can see, I've got 99, and it's the game knows you're gonna hate yourself. Actually, like, shit, I've missed a coin. Where is it? Don't worry, you haven't missed it. The final one is here. That's one of the hardest levels in the game, and I did it first try. Whew. I'm impressed with me, I must say. So once again, yeah, this dude straight up murders you if you haven't got all the coins, but I have. The real trick is those 3 on top of the thwomp. If you miss them out, it's you're gonna have a rough time. But that one's a tough one with Luigi because he's slippery as well. I think I was just very fortunate there. So, let's celebrate with a nice bonus mission. As I'm going to be going between secret stars and comets, or anything like that. So let's go to Mission 3 of the Gusty Garden Galaxy. So, if we put the speeder on, what we need to do here is, and I've technically shown this off before, get these series of question mark coins here. In order to get them, you do need to glide with the floaty fluff quite cleverly. You kind of use your 3 boosts as wisely as you can. And you've got this whole chain of them to follow. If you successfully follow the chain all the way to the end, you get a rainbow star. When launched onto this planet, this secret is called the Golden Chomp, and you see the little bastard over there. He's our target. So, you've got just about enough time to get over there as Rainbow Luigi, sorry. He's on the kind of the furthermost coil of this. Crack them in. Easy as. Star appears there. That's the nice thing about the bonus stars. They all tend to be relatively short, so... Ooh! And I like how they've kept the thing that you do the rolling jump when you're invincible. That's been in a fair few games. It's quite nice. Anyway, we're going to head back up to the garden and back up to the Dreadnought Galaxy now, but this time to the Speedy Comet. Now, this mission I only did 2 episodes ago for the first time, so there's nothing particularly exciting here. You just got to do the whole thing, including the boss with Top Maniac, within, I think you've got a ridiculous amount of time. It's something in the order of 6 minutes, 6.5. You got 6 minutes for it. Piece of piss. So I'm actually going to put the speeder on, and we're going to do a speedy speed run. So I'll see you at the end, I guess. I'll take the speeder off when I get to Top Maniac. So, once again, as you can see, Top Maniac is as easy as he ever is. That was actually way the hell faster than I did it when I fought him last time. We are done with... I think Top Maniac has a boss. You fight him 4 times. You fight him twice in a normal thing, and once as a Daredevil run, and once as a speed run in different galaxies, so that's a whole thing. Right, let's do an interesting one now. We're going to do a secret mission, which takes us to the first mission of the Freeze Flame Galaxy. It's called Climbing the Summit. So, you just saw there on the brief flyby where our kind of goal is, which is this entire summit. There's one trick for it, and this is one of those quite long ones for a secret mission, like the kind of the wall jumping up waterfalls one, where you actually unlock the path to the secret relatively easily, as in you go onto a bit you've not really been to before, and then from there it is actually a fair path up to the secret star itself. So it's not just like I do something here and then the star is given to us. We have to do quite a lot of work for it. So we start off with an ice flower, and we've not got a great deal of time to do what we need to do here. Basically, we need to get up to the right here, and then a bit further beyond here, we need to time a triple jump up there. Bugger. I can maybe just do it with the backflip because it's Luigi. Yep, up here. So this is all new now. I'm finding it... these are interesting, I think, these episodes. Oh, by the way, yes, so these are snowmen. You can suck their faces off because they're made of bloody star bits. But the more important thing with snowmen is that you can destroy them using fireballs. And so this whole bit is about destroying snowmen, basically. And I have my usual gripes about how annoying Fire Luigi is to actually aim in specific directions. I'm waiting around here because I need to get Fire Luigi up there, so I'm kind of waiting to get maximum time on it. And yeah, maximum time reminds me of what I was just about to say, which is, it's been the odd thing with these episodes where we've done a lot of cutting, is I've been finding it really hard to judge episode lengths, especially because there's been some stuff which I've like really struggled with when I've been practicing and working out my timings, and then I've come onto this, bloody hell, I've come onto the actual, like, oh, why am I having such a difficulty here? I've got to destroy this guy and I'm not going to be able to do it. Oop, there we go. And yeah, there's some stuff I'll have a lot more difficulty on, stuff I'll do a lot more easily. And I've always timed my episodes to basically be 20 minutes. But the last few, like the last couple I recorded, so episodes like 18, 19, 20, they all ended up being huge. They were like all 30 minutes each, partly because I was quite drunk for them, which anyone watching them can probably tell. I meant to kind of have a drink or two and then go back and record. And I had like 6 pints and then went back and recorded. And yeah, I'm not exactly the most coherent I've ever been. Here, I don't think we actually need to necessarily... It doesn't matter about getting Fire Flower up beyond that first snowman, but here we now do need to bring it a bit higher. So we got to do some boulder dodging. But yeah, I'm kind of worried. Last episode... Bugger! Oh, down I go. Oh, at least it only respawns me here. That's too bad. Right, let's just hop back up to where we were. Oh, well, that's one way of doing it. Oh, so it does as well, if you grab a fire flower, it does just restart your timer, which is quite nice. So, we need to make it up here. There we go. So we're getting towards the top of the peak now, as you can see. This is quite a cool one, because it's quite, as I said, quite an extended secret. And it gets quite hard towards the top here, as you can see, because... Ooh! Oh, nice. And especially as Luigi, you've not got a great deal of wiggle room here, so you got to sometimes take it a little slow. Remember to spin if you want to kind of control your jumps a bit nicer. But yeah, I think the last episode, and especially this episode, potentially might have been under 20 minutes. We'll see. I've only got one more star to do after this one, this episode, and it's only a fast purple coin one, so... When you've got a brief chance there, wall jump up, and there we go. Cool view from up here, at the various parts of Freeze Flame, and there's our star. So we'll finish off with purple coins in Gusty Garden Galaxy. So I always find this to be a bit of a strange one, because it doesn't use the majority of Gusty Garden Galaxy. It uses the puzzle cube, which is from the end of one of the episodes. Can't remember which. The first one, I think, maybe. Yeah, it was, where you got chasing star bunnies on here. It's a timed one, and you've got 2.5 minutes to gather... once again, this is a gather 100 of the 150. So once again, you don't have to be super efficient with it. I kind of tend to, largely speaking, clean out one face, because it does just make things a bit easier. But there's no... unlike, say, Luigi's purple coins, I have not mapped a route through this really at all. It's not too difficult of a one. You can just kind of follow whatever path happens to be in front of you and the coins, and get the coins that happen to be on it, and you'll probably be fine. Keep an eye on the time, and we'll be all good. And you see what I mean? Like, so far we've still only done, like, we're getting towards the end of the bedroom now, and we've still only done 3, I would say, of the proper kind of open world style purple coins one, and I would actually barely count the Good Egg Galaxies one as open, because it's actually really linear. You've just got to take the right, the correct, what are they called? Sling stars, launch stars, and kind of everything comes to you. So I always think of the purple coins as being more of the open world type, so I was kind of a bit worried about how to do them on recording, because those are not easy to narrate over, obviously, because you can see what I'm doing. I don't need to describe anything in that way, but it's quite a lot of... I guess it's time for reflection and such. Running across these is much easier than I thought it was going to be, and actually just, yeah, balancing on them. We've got a minute to gather 20, so we should be fine. I think I've not been on this face before. No, is this all? Will this be sufficient? Obviously, as ever, the game is evil. That time does not include you need to make sure you've got enough time to get back to the start, and that can be the only thing that trips you up with this one, because while it's relatively straightforward, there isn't a huge margin for error. As in, I've got it easily. I think I said margin for error, and I meant to say margin for error. Like, I've got it, but it's rare to finish it with significantly more than, like, as you can see, 30 seconds on the clock. And here's the challenging part, kind of, is that appears back at the start, and it's really easy to get disorientated on the puzzle cube. I think the start's this way and then right. Yep. But if you don't keep a good track of that, it can take you a surprising, like, 15-ish seconds or so of running around to actually find where the start is. But we've done it there. We've done it there. We finished the episode is what I meant to say. So there's only, I think it was 6 stars there. And this one I'm really thinking may have clocked in at under 20 minutes. But I really don't know. There's so much cutting and different times that I can't really judge it. And like, so it might be something, for example, where when I'm practicing it, I know it takes me about 5-ish minutes. And it does take me 5 minutes to do it while I'm recording, but then the issue is, like, if it's something I fail a lot, and every time I fail I kind of describe how I failed, that adds a hell of a lot of time on, much more than you think. Anyway, my ramblings aside, thank you very much for watching. Next episode, we'll be polishing off the final few stars in the bedroom. We're really making some progress now. I can actually bring up the map, you can see. Terrace complete, fountain complete, kitchen complete. Only got the Dusty Dune and the Freeze Flame to finish, and then we'll be polishing off the engine room, garden, and then the final few weird secret things in the game, and then we're done. 4 more episodes, I reckon. Thank you very much, and good day.